Hey y'all, it's Ashley here. So I wanted to take you guys through a week of my training. I'm currently trying to move from A to double A in beach volleyball, and I have been weight training for the last 6 weeks following a specific plan to kind of help me get better at volleyball. I really like this plan. It helps me, it's supposed to be focusing on alternating between max force one day and then max speed the next. And this ensures that like every ounce of the strength that I build translate into a higher jump and a faster arm swing. So starting with Mondays, these are my heavy days and my force days, so like my maximal force days. The goal of this is to maximize the sheer power that I can push into the ground, and so I usually start with some jump ropes just to get all warmed up, and then I go straight into Bulgarian split squats. I swap this out for regular back squats because the single leg work is more essential to stabilizing my body when I do my two-step approach, and this helps build strength in my quads. I follow this with RDLs or Romanian deadlifts. These are crucial for
Turn
developing the
every moment
hamstrings and
into a
glutes.
bonus. At
These are
home.
the powerful,
Create.
often ignored muscles that help stop the momentum and drive me up. And then this session finishes with dumbbell hip thrusts, which are a direct, pure glute builder, empowering through the final snap of the hips on every jump. Lastly, I do some calf raises, and then I finish out with some rotational motion twists, and then I do a bit of stretching. I do play volleyball later today, so I just will focus on getting good rest, making my body limber so that I can play. So Tuesdays are my plyometric days. These are my velocity or maximal velocity days, and the goal of it is to take the Monday strength that I'm building up and to make it fast. So I start with some depth jumps. I step off a box and then I immediately explode back up. This helps train my nervous system and my Achilles tendon to act like a slingshot, reducing my ground contact time and adding interest to my vertical. I follow this up with some weighted jumps, using a light load, focusing on moving the weight as fast as possible to maximize power output. This is where the force I built on Monday starts to become explosive. And then I do some single leg altitude landings just to get that ankle stability, just because I will be jumping a lot and on sand specifically, it's not the most flat surface. And then finally, I go to skater jumps. These help train the lateral power and the quick deceleration that's needed for digging and directional changes. Following my plyometric training, I do some rotational chops just to get my core stabilized, and then, you know, how it goes, a lot of stretching. So, Wednesdays are my rest days. I do work a full time job and a part time job, so rest days are really important to just making sure I'm not overworking myself. So, this is more active recovery. Sometimes I do play volleyball, sometimes I go for a walk, sometimes I'm hanging out with my family, and so I'm not really doing anything active, but that's what the goal of Wednesdays are. And then Thursdays are more conditioning, specifically for volleyball, my anaerobic stamina. There is a lot of high intensity workouts, including some weighted jump squats and some Tabata hits. These are short, maximal bursts of burpees, split squat jumps, and tuck jumps that are designed to push my cardiovascular system so I can play every point of a 3 set mat at peak intensity. Friday is all about balance and injury prevention, especially for hitting. This session really combines pressing movements like the dumbbell bench press, which has pulling movements, like the dumbbell row. The rows are crucial because they hit the lats and the upper back muscles that protect the shoulder and drive the arm down quickly after contact. The mandatory exercises are face pull downs. I can't stress enough how important these are. They directly strengthen the small stabilizer muscles of the rotator cuff, protecting my shoulder from the high stress of repeated full power hitting. This is the insurance policy for my arm swing. So by the time that I play Saturday morning, my body has gone through the perfect cycle of heavy strength, explosive speed, and protective training. Every rep and every set is designed to directly show up in my performance. The strength from Monday gives me a higher vertical, the speed from Tuesday makes me faster on the sand, and the rotational work ensures my arm swing is faster than ever. Now let's see how that training translated onto the sand. Here are the highlights from my last Saturday practice. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, please, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to continue seeing me on my journey as I try to go from A to double A. Other than that, I hope to see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest. Bye.